The market showed its hand today, but only if you know where to look. Soybeans moved higher on talk China may increase buying. Exports came in weak. Farm income is projected to fall again. And now agriculture is caught between hope and reality, because the real story tonight isn't just prices, it's pressure. Pressure building under grains, pressure inside livestock, pressure across the farm economy. When pressure builds, markets don't stay quiet long. Let's get into it. Grains first, because soybeans are setting the tone this morning. Soybeans spent the session trading near 1064, holding firm and showing quiet strength. Not explosive, but steady. And steady matters because soybeans have struggled to build sustained upside recently. The pressure point here is positioning. When a market refuses to fall despite weak data, traders begin asking whether downside momentum is fading. If buyers step in, even modestly, tone can shift quickly. Corn followed with quieter trade, holding near 427. No breakout, no collapse, just balance. That balance tells us the market is waiting, watching demand, watching weather, watching direction. If corn finds support, momentum can build fast. If not, sideways trade continues. Oats saw thin volume again, trading near the 530 area. Quiet, but thin markets can move quickly when participation returns. Across grains, nothing exploded, but nothing broke, and markets that refuse to break often prepare to move. Cattle traded near $235.65, sharply lower. Feeder cattle followed near $364.45. This was real downside pressure, not noise. The stress point is momentum. Livestock had strength. Now traders ask whether this is a reset or a shift. If buyers return, stability follows. If not, weakness can extend. Clean hogs held firmer, near $98.57. Not strong, but not collapsing either. The complex is splitting, and divergence often signals a bigger move coming. Energy, because it always matters. Crude oil traded near 63.03, slightly lower. Not dramatic, but steady downward pressure. Energy influences input costs, transport, and profitability. When crude drifts, agriculture feels it. Traders are watching whether crude stabilizes or continues slipping. Weather and risk is slowly building. Conditions remain mostly stable, but uncertainty is beginning to creep in. Temperature swings and moisture variability are forming early signals traders are watching closely. Weather doesn't need to be extreme to move markets, just uncertain, and uncertainty is starting to grow. In the news, hope versus reality. Now the bigger story shaping agriculture this morning, and it's a battle between expectation and reality. Soybeans moved higher on talk China may increase purchases of U.S. soybeans. Not confirmed, but enough to shift sentiment. Markets move on expectation before reality. But today's export report showed weaker sales across soybean, corn, and wheat. Real demand right now is soft, and that limits rallies until buying appears in actual numbers. So the markets is balancing two forces: future demand hope and present demand reality. If China buying becomes real, soybeans could gain momentum. If export weakness continues, rallies may struggle. That tension is what traders are watching most closely. And this connects to a bigger structural story. The USDA projects U.S. farm income falling again in 2026, even with increased government support. Without those payments, income would drop sharply, highlighting real financial pressure across agriculture. Lower margins, rising uncertainty, uneven demand. And when financial pressure builds, markets become more sensitive to exports, demand, and global buyers, especially China. So tonight's real question is not just price, it's whether demand strength arrives fast enough to offset the pressure building underneath agriculture. Because when expectation and reality collide, markets move. And across agriculture tonight, soybeans steady, corn balanced, livestock pressured, crude drifting, weather uncertain, income tightening. This is not direction, this is tension, and tension always resolves. Thank you for spending your morning with me. This is Boots and Bushels, Markets Under Pressure.